Hello, my name's Fred McNeil, and thank you for watching QAC TV 7. We've started a TV program called Thank You for Serving, and we invite veterans, men and women, to come in and talk about their experiences. There are about 3,500 veterans in Queen Anne's County, so I guess we get 3,500 shows. Yeah. Marcel, thank you for coming today. All right, now Marcel is our first international guest. Now, Marcel, how about introduce yourself to the crowd?
Yeah, I'm Marcel Tebarts. I grow up in the Netherlands.
Well, let's go back, because we know nothing about the Netherlands. Where did you grow up in the Netherlands?
No, I was born in a little town, Siebengewald, on the German border, on the south of Limburg.
Okay, now how far is that from Amsterdam?
That's probably 2.5 hours from Amsterdam.
Big town, little town?
Smallest town you can imagine.
Oh, so like Centerville?
2,000 people only.
Oh, well, Centerville is 5,000, so Centerville, okay.
And Siebengewald is the Seven Woods.
Okay.
And it is abnormal than it is a Dutch town, right?
Right.
But it has a German name. Siebengewald is German.
Now, was that part of Germany at one point?
No. We always were Dutch.
Okay. They just took the German
history.
name. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so you went. Now, what was schools like? Tell us about schools.
Schools are different, right?
Tell us.
Yeah. So, this is you asked me about schools. I will have a reunion when I go to the Netherlands next on the 20th with all boys where I went to school.
Oh, wow.
But we don't have elementary or middle school. We go to 6 classes all together.
Right.
And that is it. Then we go sort of in a high school program, but there are multiple levels in high school.
So everybody has 6 classes when you're from what, 6 years old to 14?
Yeah, and then you go to, make a choice, and you have levels of education.
Now, is it college and vocational or no?
It is sort of right before college.
Okay.
We call it MAVO 3, MAVO 4.
Okay.
So one
like level 1, level 2.
Yeah,
level
one
3.
section is you do for construction, electricity, right?
Right.
And then you have MAVO 3 is a level where you do the general classes, but close to college.
Okay.
And then MAVO 4, what I did, is higher up.
Okay.
So you learn French, German, English, and Dutch.
5 languages.
5 languages. You do physics, you do math, history. So and about countries.
Now, like the American schools, sports and extracurricular,
No sports in schools. So, no music in schools.
So what would you do for you join a club?
So everybody plays soccer.
Of course, that's your sport. Okay.
So that's all outside.
And that's a club, like. Is that what
there's a clubs.
Okay,
so every town has football, soccer, but that's after school.
Nothing to do with school?
No, nothing. Okay. Music is after school. Every town has an orchestra.
Okay.
And I started when I was 8 years old, and the orchestras, they're supporting to teach. So we have people that teach you. And that's how I learned to play music. I play all brass.
All brass?
All brass.
And you started when you were 8, or?
Yeah, I was 8 years, I had a horn. I could nearly get it on my bike. My bike was only this, the horn was bigger
than the bike.
That I went to the music school.
And this is all done from the time you're 8?
8.
And then it goes all the way?
So 15, then you go to the
high school
level. And then, I played a lot of other instruments, trombone, bassoon, and I was helped by neighbors.
And you were actually part of the town orchestra?
Yeah,
So a town of 2,000 had its own orchestra?
Oh yeah, we had probably 60 people in the band. And the conductor, he plays always then. My family and the brother from my dad had also people. We were probably 20 people all in Tebarts. So the conductor said, Tebarts, all stand up. And we stand up. That's half the band.
Now, does everybody, what is the, does everybody play in an orchestra or soccer? Everybody does everything?
Everybody does.
Can you do both?
Yeah, you do both.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about theater and stuff like that?
So I was in scouting,
Like Boy
and I
Scouts?
was a scout leader,
Okay.
and that was big too.
Okay.
Then we came, so we do games, and
And that's away from school?
that's also away from school.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Schools have no extracurriculars?
No.
Oh, okay,
no.
just academics.
Academics. Yeah.
Now, now that you've lived here for a couple of Dutch schools, I mean, if you learned 5 languages, it must have been very difficult studying, right?
Oh yeah, you're busy, right?
Okay.
You know.
So you didn't have time for sports
No,
and music and stuff.
no, you do the sports and music, but I think that combination is really good for it,
Sure
right?
it is.
Then
You're a well-rounded person, right?
yeah, and that's my career too. I did so many things in my career what many people did not do.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. Okay, so you graduated from your high school.
High school,
How old? 18?
I was 17.
17. What's the next step?
So I was working with my uncle a lot. He was for the government, everything with plants.
Planning.
You know, trees.
Yes,
He
yes.
was sort of the inspector. I was planning to go to the analytic school for that.
Okay.
What happens?
You joined the Navy.
I was ready to, I signed up, and then I joined the Navy.
Well, let me ask you, what did you always want to be in the Navy, or what? How did that choice?
You know, I saw the guy that was
The recruiter.
doing the food for the ship.
Okay.
It was a brochure, and I said, I want
wanna
to
do
do
that.
And then I signed up, and my career was sort of, I did Marvel 4, so I got straight away my second
Two stripes. Two
I
stripes.
got two stripes instead of starting.
Because you
from the
did
beginning.
level 4.
The 4.
Well, that's good. Let me, because most of us don't know anything about the Dutch. How would you have basic first step in the Dutch Navy? Basic. By the way, tell everybody your hat. So we get the
Yeah, this is the traditional hat. What when you recognize the Dutch Navy on, this is the hat.
That's a beret with a king's
the beret,
crown.
Yeah, the crown on the top. We call it Koninklijke Marine.
Say it again.
Koninklijke Marine.
Koninklijke
Royal
Marine.
Navy.
Royal Navy.
That's.
Now, when you join, how many years you joined for?
I joined 16 years in the Dutch Navy.
But
16.
Is there a draft in the Netherlands? Do you have to, like in Israel and the United States, you used to have a draft.
Okay, I went in. My brother and me went in
Yeah.
served. My oldest brother, he didn't have to go.
Oh, really?
So he was very thankful. I went.
I bet he saluted you.
You know.
Well, how long do you originally sign up for? What, 4 years, 1 year?
No, you not sign up. You go in, and you decide when you get out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
you
that's the-
decide. You
I decide. There's no.
So what's the shortest amount of time you could stay in?
Oh,
A year?
whatever you.
Oh, you can get out?
Yeah, you can get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back. Okay, so you decided to join the Dutch Navy. You're 18, 17?
17.
Now, what was their basic training like? How do you start
So
out?
my training was very different as
Yes.
anybody. Normally, I got 3 months of training. You do
Basic
everything.
training, like,
you do everything, right? You're on the beach. You
Yeah.
have to build your tents.
Right,
In the
Yes.
winter, you have to dig your hole and sitting on the beach and cold, right? Wet and walking with boats and everything. That you do that.
But you didn't have to do that.
I did that.
Oh, you did that.
Normally, you stay 1 year at a Navy station.
Okay.
It did not happen to me. I was placed straight away on a brand new ship. It was the Trump. And the Trump, the specialty from it was it had a 3-dimensional radar. It has a ball. And you see sometimes the Navy
Yeah, I've
ships
seen
with,
ships
with the big ball.
Yes.
We had that. That thing could see miles and miles and miles away, right?
And that was your job?
No,
No.
I was on the
You just on that boat?
I did the food,
So you went on as a cook?
administration. Not a cook,
No.
administration. So what I was the butcher,
The butcher.
and I did administration and pulling food and inventory, and
Okay.
that was my job.
So you're 18 years old,
17 years old.
and you're doing that. You're on a ship. Where did you get any exciting places?
So my first trip went to the United
Oh,
States,
you came to USA?
1976, the bicentennial.
Bicentennial. You were
Our
part of
trip-
all the ships that
Yeah,
came?
we were 30 tall ships and 40 warships on the Hudson River. We had a parade in Manhattan. 40 countries
they
were
did.
marching
Okay.
in Manhattan. Confetti was flying over the buildings.
1976.
1976. We were 14 days in the harbor.
Oh, wow.
And we were invited twice
For
a
a
day
young
to-
person, that'd be exciting, right?
17 years old, right? That was my start. It was very extreme, right?
And let me ask you, when I joined the Army,
Yeah,
the first month as a E1,
yeah.
I was paid about $100 a month.
Yeah, I did not get money. No, it was a little bit money.
So no
Yeah,
money.
that was. I think I had $300 guildens in the
Okay.
month.
Now, what's a gulden worth? What's it?
At the time, a dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So you lived on the ship, but you got into the city to march.
Yeah. I mean, that was the good thing. I had the food for free,
Okay.
and I got a little bit money.
Oh, okay.
You know,
You had to
and I
pay it.
spent it, of course, where I
Yeah,
have
of
to
course,
go.
in New York City.
But my trip was very unique. We were 3.5 months on the United States coast. So we went to Philadelphia for a celebration,
Right.
Liberty Bell, right? Norfolk, Charleston,
All part of the bicentennial thing.
Norfolk,
Okay.
Key West,
Oh, Key West, Florida. Terrific.
and Puerto Rico.
Oh.
And in Puerto Rico, we shot the first missiles from the same as the United States had,
Really?
and we were practicing with planes and little planes,
Really?
and we were shooting.
Shooting at planes.
Yeah, and that was in 1976 when we
76.
started off, and we went back and forward doing things, and that's
That
how
was
that's
considered.
how I started.
But that was considered good duty.
Yeah,
That was good duty.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a young, you're a young kind of administrative cook,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So what? And you.
Then you keep working, and then I
Okay.
got my rank, my
Another
the
stripe.
third class, right?
Okay.
Third class, and then you have to do tests, and then you go into petty officer training,
Okay.
and that's what I did.
So you became a petty officer.
A petty officer.
Now in America, that you're talking about a high-ranking enlisted man. You're enlisted.
Corporal.
Yeah, stripes,
You
yes,
say
okay.
corporal.
Corporal. You're
Corporal level.
Okay. Okay.
But my career was very unique.
Go ahead.
First of all, they placed me in a position what was a sergeant to do administration at the Navy Medical Center.
Okay.
So I worked with all patients, all characters, but I did that for 4 years. And I was above, I did things under my rank, you know,
Oh, really?
right? But then I went on boats again, and then I started to be trainer, and we went from paper to computers. And
Everything was done on computers.
the program was already made, but I trained all chief petty officers,
you trained.
cadets, in my rank as corporal
Okay.
to
And
use
the
computers.
computer.
Yeah, and
So you're
I
way
had,
ahead.
I had 25 people in the class,
Oh.
colonels, captains,
Teaching them all how
lieutenants.
to use a computer.
Yeah, about the
Now,
front.
how did you learn to use a computer?
I was studying, and I did certificates.
Okay.
And
Oh, this is on your own.
I was studying and teaching, studying and teaching.
Okay.
So I got probably 8 certificates.
Certificates for computers.
Right, and I was doing that in my rank.
And how long were you in at that time?
I was in the 80s.
Oh, so 4 years maybe.
No, that was that was no, sorry, that was
okay.
80 in the close to the 90s.
Okay, so
when I
you're
started.
talking, you'd already been in the military 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I did that, and then I passed a lot of people. Then they made me sergeant.
Oh, you made it
At a,
sergeant.
yeah, a certain point, I said, oh, you know, we were only with 4 people doing that. It was very interesting, you know. And
I
we
bet
did,
so. You were way ahead with
yeah,
computers.
we did Excel, Word processing, DOS, right? Information
And you
technology.
put in all your
I
records.
did
on.
all those, and food and beverage, computer program, and inventory.
Okay.
I had my officers, on the ships,
They come to you.
I was training them to
Okay.
use the software to do it.
And this you did all on your own.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm a person that keep
You can
going.
teach. Okay.
I have done so much. Then I stepped out the Navy in 1990.
Wait a minute. So you're 16 years in.
16 years.
Now, what rank were you then?
I was
Still
chief
sergeant.
chief
Chief petty. Okay.
chief petty officer.
So you had 16 years. Before we go after the Navy, did you have different ships or what?
Oh,
Lots of ships.
yeah, that was the other thing. I did 6 ships.
6 different ships. What was your
Normally
favorite?
you do 2.
Okay.
So, the Trump, that was my
That's your
first one,
first one.
right? Pete Hayne, very popular admiral in history.
Okay.
Von Kinsbergen,
Now these are all what, destroyers?
frigates.
Frigates, yes.
Von Kinsbergen, Hiddes, Van Galen, Van Ness.
Okay, now how long of a tour is
So
each ship?
Van Ness, I was in the Caribbean 9 months.
Oh, that'd be
We
beautiful.
visit every island in
Oh,
the
beautiful.
Colombia, Brazil, Costa Rica, Mexico.
That was good.
Yeah,
Oh, that was good.
and we have 6
You
islands.
stopped everywhere.
Right, we have 6 islands in the Caribbean, right?
The Dutch do, yes.
So Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao,
And you saw all
Saba.
those.
We visit all the islands.
Now, would you get leave time there?
yeah,
Would you-
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that-
Yeah, we had a hard time in the Caribbean, right?
I can tell you did. I tell you did. Now, did you ever get in any situations that were confrontational with any other countries or anything?
Oh yeah. We with the Russian, right?
Oh, will you tell us about that?
Yeah. So we were on the North Sea and
North
and,
Sea.
and they as that they're doing still, right? They're coming
As close as they could,
They're
right?
close, right? So we were, and one of us, what I could land planes on it, but we're following them all the time. And so
You were following the.
oh yeah, that's how it works in
Yeah,
NATO,
okay,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
moment I leave the harbor,
You're there.
everybody is
No,
alert.
following you.
The German, they're picking it up, then the Norwegian,
Okay.
the Denmark.
And you're
then
just observing them.
we close, to make sure they not go out the range and doing things.
Okay.
Then they were messing with the cables, right?
Well, just
so-
recently, we're either cutting cables
Yeah,
or
yeah.
trying to monitor
So
cables.
the Dutch Navy at this moment, they do training if that happens. They role play those situations.
What exactly to do.
They're ready. If that happens again, they're in trouble.
Well, let me ask you, in your 16 years in the Dutch Navy, was the Caribbean tour the best? Or did you have better places?
There's better places, I think.
Oh, where? Give me what was your favorite place to go to all?
Norwegian,
Norway.
Sweden.
Oh, okay,
Denmark,
Scandinavian country.
Scandinavian is beautiful
Yes, of
to go there, Canada.
Okay, it's
Yeah,
okay. And so you spend 16 years, you come out a chief petty officer,
Yeah.
and then what did you do?
Then I started Social Security in the Netherlands.
You started Social Security.
I had the
You were working.
had the computer
yeah.
science education, right?
Right.
So we did something very unique. We loaded the whole population in the Netherlands in a big database.
Okay. Everybody was getting.
Every little town, every city,
Right.
we were screening, and we got it in a database with address information
Okay.
and Social Security.
And that was to monitor Social Security
And they're
payments.
still using that
same system.
the same.
And you started that
And we started that.
for the whole country.
Yeah.
So you.
4 years.
Now you were a government employee, or
No, semi-government.
Okay,
But
contract.
I had 5 people, testers working for me.
Okay.
And then 4 people that loading. And I had to verify the last tests, what they were working out.
Okay.
And that was high end.
So now, let me go back a bit. 16 years in the Navy. Do you get a retirement?
Yeah,
the Dutch government
I
pay-
get now. That started this year.
Yeah.
I get a little pension
From the Dutch.
from the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Now then you go 4 years
Social
Social
Security.
Security. What'd you do after that?
Then we went to the States.
Now how did you get here?
So my daughter was born.
Over there?
No, in the Netherlands, yeah.
Oh, in the Netherlands.
And my parents-in-law, we visited them at St. Simon's Island in
Okay.
Georgia,
Yeah.
and they wanted us to live with us,
Oh.
with them,
So your
and-
parents were here?
parents-in-law.
Yeah, oh, parents, in-laws, and they actually lived in Georgia?
Yeah, on the St. Simon's Island.
Now, what years was that you came here?
1994.
So you've been here in America since 1994.
1994, yes.
Now, what were you doing? What?
I did everything.
Well, give us some examples.
Okay, I worked for Gateway. Was a mental in Georgia. You know,
Okay.
they had all systems going on for different areas.
Yeah.
I was working in IT.
Oh, okay.
I worked for a Japanese company. I scheduled
Here?
in Georgia. I scheduled machines.
Okay.
We implemented a new system, an MRP2 system.
All on
So
computer.
it was computers. But then I also went back into my culinary area, and I worked at the Sea Island Company in Georgia, and at the lodge and the cloister.
So your original Navy training, which was cooking,
Came back,
went back to it.
Yeah, I started as a cook too, and I finished as a sous chef at the lodge.
Okay.
And that's why I started doing ice carvings, and I did ice carvings every week.
At the job.
At the job.
What type of ice carving? Anything?
Harp.
Oh, really? And you actually
dolphins.
carve it out of huge pieces
Yes,
of...
I did. Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved in that?
I challenged the executive chef to say I could
Ice
do
carving.
that. I could do that.
Okay.
And he said, make one. And then I made one. And he said, no, you have to do it every week. And then for Christmas, I made 5. Eastern, I made 5. And we put them all in the hotel for stations. And yeah.
And that's something you taught yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, ice carving.
Yeah.
So what did you do after the ice carving?
So
You're living in Georgia, or where you living?
Then my wife lost the job. We went to Maryland.
From Georgia to Maryland.
And I worked around this area, Chester River Club.
Okay. This
Village
is
Bake.
you're a cook?
As a chef.
Chef.
I was executive chef there. Executive chef at the Village Bakery, what is now Luigi in Chestertown. And then I went for Sage Dining, what I do in schools. And then I worked for 4 seasons. And I worked at Philadelphia and Baltimore.
Always a chef?
Yeah, and the Marriott in Wye Mills.
Really?
I did that. I did adult center.
And you were the head chef, or?
Yeah, and I did Cambridge in an adult center.
Okay.
Yeah, I did hospitals for Sage.
And this is like what I would call institutional cooking. You're cooking for hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And special the colleges, right?
Yes.
I worked in Maine during COVID, 12 weeks. I stayed there, and we cooked for 1,000 students every night.
And this was all based on your training in the Dutch Navy?
I put everything together, yeah. And in that time, I still kept busy. I played in bands. I played music.
So you have you're playing your horns.
I got my karate belts during that time too. I started 8 years in the Netherlands with karate. I have a
What belt are
I have a black belt.
Oh, you have black belt?
Yeah, a brown belt in Kyokushinkai and a couple of more belts. Yeah, I was a soccer coach in Georgia when I was working.
What years were you in Georgia?
1994.
Okay, so soccer was beginning to take off.
Yeah, they had on Saturdays kids were playing, would sing out in the parks.
Yes.
And I had to have 3 certificates to be
different levels of coaching.
To coaching and a referee.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, yeah.
I was busy. So okay, so we go all these restaurants. Now you were teaching college culinary arts, were you not?
Yeah. So my finishing is I've worked at Columbia Tech as an instructor, culinary instructor, and yeah, I did classes for 26
when you're a
people.
culinary arts instructor, you teaching desserts or everything, or
all the basics.
all the basics?
From knife cuts to peeling the first potato, to all sauces, to meats, fish, baking, yeah,
And you teach
and also serve safe. I'm a serve safe proctor and instructor, so that's another part what I did.
All right. Now, and this again, all based on the Navy training, yes?
Yes.
And what you taught yourself.
Yes, the Navy made what I have done. Then I kept doing more other things, multiple
Okay.
things, keep going.
Everything from karate to stay busy.
Yes, the Navy made me what I was.
Well, good.
And a mix from things, all the ships and working with people. And, you know, I worked with the Indonesian people.
Well, didn't you say you cook for the king? Did you tell me that? You
Yeah,
prepared a meal for him?
Yeah, we had the Queen went from Amsterdam to England and with a horse, and we brought her over at the
On a boat?
We had her on a boat, yeah.
And you actually cooked for him?
Yeah, we were working on the
Any
food
other
for-
interesting people besides the Queen?
No, yes.
Oh,
4 seasons.
okay.
I cooked 10 weeks for the president of Tanzania.
Really?
And his
President
staff.
of the country of Tanzania?
And yeah, I had.
Now, how does it? Do they ask you what they want, or do you
Yeah.
tell them what they're getting?
No, I work with them.
Oh, you work
They
on the
had-
menu.
Even they had the chef, but I coordinated what and the meals, and yeah, I did
Okay.
that for
That was the president of a country.
yes,
That's impressive.
the
Very
president
good.
of Tanzania.
Now tell everybody you're about to get ready to go back home.
Yeah.
Home being
So-
the Netherlands.
Sunday,
Sunday.
I
and you
will
go-
be ET.
Oh.
I will going home. You
Now-
see the little on the bike, you know, that's
You
will
do the
be
bike,
me, right?
okay.
I will go on a
Now,
bike in the Netherlands.
we talked off the air. What if I lived overseas a couple times. The first thing I always wanted was fresh milk and a big steak. What's the first thing you want when you
All
go back
right,
to the
there's
Netherlands?
something on my list. It calls a frikandel. And a
Frikandel.
frikandel. It's a sort of a sausage,
Okay.
but it is what they're doing is you have the meat,
You know you're making me hungry.
yeah, you blanch it,
Okay.
and then they fry it,
Oh,
and then we cut it open,
this is a sausage.
right? We cut it open. We put curry, mayonnaise, and raw onions, and then we eat
Cook
it.
it. Oh, then you eat it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that is a
okay.
specialty.
That's the first thing you want.
That is on my list.
Okay.
And then the salty herring, right? Where I
told me
drag
tell me.
the
Now,
herring,
explain. You take the herring.
the herring, and you drag it into the onions. You keep it up, and then you eat the fish. Yeah.
Is it like a sardine or is it cooked?
No, it's preserved in salt.
Okay, preserved in salt.
Salt. Yeah.
So okay. How about? And I asked you also off air a sweet. What would be the first sweet you want?
Oh yeah, the moorkopper, right?
Yes,
Was
okay.
explained. So moorkopper is sort of a dough with eggs,
Hmm.
and it is a puff pastry. And you make them, and then they grow. The inside is whole.
Hmm.
You put custard in it. You dip them in chocolate. You put some cream on top,
Oh.
and then you get a orange or a pineapple.
I
on
might
top.
go with you and carry your bags.
Yeah,
right?
I would
Yeah.
like to bring it to you.
Now, let me ask you: the Americans are crazy about football and baseball.
Yeah,
The Dutch soccer
soccer and
and
skating.
speed skating.
Yeah,
Yeah, speed
we are best skaters in the world. I
Yes,
can
you
say,
are.
right?
Okay. Yes.
No, history. What I do,
Olympic
what I did
gold-
as a boy.
Okay.
I worked in the north of Amsterdam, a little town. All the canals are frozen, right?
And you skate.
I step out my door. We have the long skates, and we go from town to town.
And then how
then-
far would you go?
Oh, miles and miles.
Miles and miles.
Yeah,
It's
as
like
far we
jogging
can.
or running or walking.
Yeah, then the canals bring you in little, and you can go around. So we have in the north 11 cities. What people do if everything
Skate
is
from
for
city to city.
City to city. There's a big event in the Netherlands.
Now, also, my son tells me everybody rides a bicycle in the Netherlands.
Yes,
And that's terrific.
I still have my bike.
That's why they're so healthy. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how about volleyball is also big. The Dutch volleyball teams were quite good in the
Oh yeah,
Olympics.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Volleyball too. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So when I go, I got to be able. I have to be able to speed skate. I better get my soccer skills up.
Yeah.
The food is no problem. I can handle the food. all
Yeah,
right.
definitely.
And it sounds like you're gonna have a wonderful.
And
trip.
one
Good.
thing
Please.
is Indonesian food
Yeah. Yeah.
is the popular food for the Netherlands.
Okay. Well, the Indonesia was occupied
By the
yeah,
Dutch, right? And so yeah,
so spicy,
yeah. So people eat a lot of Indonesian
and that's
food.
still part of
Oh,
the
that
Dutch
is,
cuisine.
yeah.
Oh,
And
amazing.
especially the Navy. So the Navy, on Mondays, we had the fried rice, the
Okay, Indonesian fried rice.
right? And then on Wednesday, Indonesian rice table. And you get 40 or little dishes with ingredients. with rice, and then you eat, and that is the really
Oh, that
typical
sounds
thing for
good.
Indonesia.
And rice is good for you. That's not good.
Yeah.
Now, brown rice or white rice?
White rice.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But we can compensate
You
with
can
brown rice
Well,
now.
Marcel, believe it or not, our 30 minutes is almost gone.
Oh.
Okay. First of all, thank you for your
Oh,
service.
thank
and
you, yeah.
Thank you for making me hungry. Okay. And I got to practice my speed skating and soccer soon. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And have a wonderful trip. All right.
Thank you so much.
My name's Fred McNeil. Thank you for watching QAC TV 7. My time's up. Thank you for your time. We'll see you the next time.